starts as we are in the inner harbor of Baltimore at M&T Bank Stadium. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Matt Ryan and the Atlanta Falcons. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson dancing to his left. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 33 yards that.
Baltimore Ravens. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson. He dumps it down to Ingram. Give him 8 on the play, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
I like it, I like it, I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so, and gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
10 at the 31-yard
line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jackson. That's taken in by Duvernay. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. Now he'll pull it down, and he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ingram. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. The confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Now Jackson out to his left. He may try and run for this. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. The decision to tuck and run gets him 3, but that's not enough. Now it's 4th. Well, you know, paramount for this defense is trying to keep Lamar Jackson somewhat contained when he tries to run. They did a pretty good job of it there.
And you know it's so difficult for every defense that has to prepare for Lamar Jackson? You have to think and play at the same time. And I know that sounds like something you're supposed to do, but when you have to think about your assignments against him, it often slows down your feet. You don't move as fast. You've got to be prepared for this guy every step of the way and then try and match his athleticism.
So not quite a 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10 from the 10. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Ball carrier. Jimmy Smith, the one who brought him down. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Ryan looking, wide open, complete. The 30.
What you doing out there, boy?
10.
This ain't no high school
Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones. 88 yards. And the Falcons have taken the early lead. Well, we've seen these two, Matt Ryan and Julio Jones, connect quite a few times over the years. It never gets old.
It never gets old. Well, maybe for the defense it does, but not for us who are watching it. And Julio, every time he steps on the field, you can just about mark him down for 100 yards. That's about his career average per game. But think about this. Getting in the end zone has always been a struggle for him. He gets the big yardage, but he doesn't get the touchdowns. Not this time. No matter how many people were kicked in coverage, he found a way to beat it.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Yeah, he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Give him 32 on the play.
At the 32-yard line.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Quarter with the score, Falcons 7, Ravens nothing.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Jackson. He'll find Dobbins out of the backfield. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
But it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
He takes us down to about the 12 for a gain of 3.
At the 12-yard line.
That call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Sliding out of the pocket. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. And on that one, the protection just broke down.
You've got to have that leverage, don't you? We always talk about low man wins in the running game for an offensive lineman versus a defensive lineman. It's essentially the same thing in pass protection. Get lower than that defensive lineman so that you can keep your balance and keep him away from your guy trying to throw the football.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
Tucker's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they put together a good little drive there, but ultimately stalling out in the red zone.
Yeah, I know a lot of people look at it as a little bit of a negative. They didn't get 6 points out of it, right? Didn't get the touchdown. But that's actually okay. They got 3 points, able to give their defense a little bit of rest, let them settle down over there. So all in all, to me, that's a good drive.
At their own 22-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and
now a handoff for Gurley. He'll have a first down past the 40, and he'll take it to the 43-yard line. 16 yards, a first down. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And a minimal gain here as he's up to about the 47-yard line. The tackle made by L.J. Ford.
Brings up
on the handoff. It's Gurley. He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll be taken down at the 26. 27 yards there, a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. Yep.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Falcons push further out in front. And oh my goodness, this is nowhere close. Well to the right and no good.
Sterling Hoffrichter to kick off for the Falcons.
Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard
line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Forced out to his left. And now he's going to use his legs. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. A good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. From the gun, Jackson buying time to his left. Throw left side complete. It's Andrews. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Operating from the gun, Jackson. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it's a 2nd down.
At the 23-yard line.
From the gun, Jackson being chased out left. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shred.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson hooking up with Mark Andrews. And the Ravens have cut it to within a score.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did, and they didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Justin Tucker for the extra point. And he puts it through there within 3. It's 13-10.
Makes the score Falcons 13, Ravens 10. Justin Tucker to kick
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25.
25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range.
Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are in the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
He completes this to Russell Gage. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 16 yards, a first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
The left side completion to Jones. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Throwing again, Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Jones. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
First down.
Throwing now, Ryan on first down. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Ryan's pass intercepted. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 43-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. He's back to throw here to start the drive. Throw left side complete. It's Jones. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. The second quarter starts off with a bang as they snag over 30 yards.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
Now a man open down the middle of the field, and they're able to get this one past the 30 down to the 25. He's been a one-man wrecking crew these last couple of plays. This time 18 more and a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Incomplete.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well. Incomplete.
We're in Baltimore. Third quarter action. 2nd and 10. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line. A 2-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And he's going to get this to about the 20, but that is well short of what he needed. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down.
4 yards. It's now 4th down.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. Flush to his right. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Ravens are going to get the football back.
Well, Charles, a little bit ago we talked about the 3-0 teams. How about we flip the script to look at the 0-3 teams? There's 6 of them. The Jets, Texans, Broncos, the Giants, the Vikings, and the Falcons. And then 2 others, by the way, Bengals and Eagles, winless at 0-2-1 after their tie. But I'm curious, any of those, do you think that they still have a chance of playing football in January?
Well, the short answer and the easy answer should be no, right? With this kind of a start, they should be pretty well dead and buried. But I'm going to focus in on the Houston Texans because they've done it before. We've seen it, right? One year they started 1-2, won their division. One year they started 0-3, finished 11-5, and won the AFC South. So they have a history of slow start.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the offense will cover this one up, but they'll be pushed back inside their own 10.
Fortunate to get that football back, because trailing here in the second half, last thing they needed was to lose the possession.
And the word I think of here is opportunity, because it could have been lost there. Their chance to score points, but the opportunity for the defense was to go ahead and really close this game down if they were able to get possession.
Here's Jackson on 3rd and long. He'll buy some time right. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
The Ravens send their punter out now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. A field position changer there. 49 yards on the punt. Couple that with a loss on the return.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
They had a great drive going last time. They were moving the ball, and then all of a sudden it just stalled out. So we'll see what they can do here, Charles.
And it's always easy to second guess when you don't get it on a 4th down try. But they had to like the feeling that they had going on offense. They want to continue to see if they can capture that again on this drive and maybe get in the same position.
Yeah, and that's, I mean, like I said, they were moving the football. It's not like they went 4 and out, so I don't think it's a deal where the offense doesn't have confidence.
No, I agree with you totally on that one. If anything, they may have gained more confidence. Okay, they stopped us once. That's all right. Let's keep moving it. Make them do it again.
He was looking for Todd Gurley, and it's 3rd and short.
1 yard to go.
From midfield now, here's Ryan. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And 8 yards.
It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And he'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Brought down at the 30.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
And he's going to have the hook up to Gage. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore.
Touchdown.
Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up.
And that will make this a 4-point game. And they won't be able to run another play. Time has expired on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away.
Takes this about 5 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth-quarter deficit, and they need this drive to end in points.
They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And you're lateral to the line of scrimmage. Linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Ryan finding Julio out wide. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. 12 yards there and a first down. He's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 37-yard line.
Another carry now for Gurley. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. The Falcons will go for it. It's Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Ryan's throw caught by Jones. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays. Now a throw left sideline here is complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Atlanta.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on 1st down. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And a very good return as he takes us all the way up to the 35-yard line. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Rolling to his left. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Tack McKinley made his way into the backfield.
Brandon, that's just football 101. If you're out of the pocket, you've got to get rid of the football in this situation. You cannot take a sack in a 2-minute drill.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Jackson. His throw incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. First quarter, Charles, you really emphasized the importance of winning the turnover battle as a visiting team, as an underdog. They haven't forced a single turnover in this game.
And right now they're losing, so no turnovers might lead to no victory.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Rolling to his right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. It'll be a gain of 9, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And here's a big one now. Try to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
Throwing now is Jackson. And that is incomplete. John Harbaugh not afraid to go for it this time. Doesn't work out. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for a first down for the Falcons. A slant to Jones. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. That one good for 17 yards. And now they've got it 1st and goal. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. Play action. Ryan. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. But it'll be 2nd and goal.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down.
It's 3rd.
Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Falcons going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
And goal at the 1-yard line.
Likely the play of the game here, trailing in the final quarter and going for it on 4th and goal. Again, Ryan. And he's got it. It's caught for a touchdown. And they have taken the lead here in the final seconds.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
Well, I just saw it in their eyes on the sideline before starting that last drive, and they did. You're right. They got it done. Looks like they're going to be the winners. Koo able to connect on the extra point, and it would appear, barring some late heroics, they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory.
Now following the touchdown, Hoff-Richter to kick off.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
We'll see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you're wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From Baltimore, good night, everybody.